kind of promise did I make with him?
Hello, SJDQ 2023. How are you all doing? I am MetalMedb. So happy to be here, even if I am virtual for this. And it's Shadow the Hedgehog time. And I'm joined by a wonderful couch. If the couch would like to introduce themselves.
This is a massacre.
Sure, yeah. My name is blazinzzetti. I'm a long-time runner for this game.
I'm Jumbasha004. I started running this game about 3 years ago. It's a really cool game. It doesn't have too much speed tech, but it has a really high skill ceiling, and we'll see a good share of it today.
Absolutely.
And then we'll keep us moving along. So we have, this is a little bit behind, so I just need to know what won the bid war incentive. What route are we doing?
All right, let's make sure I got the final tally here. By a margin of less than $20, Hero has won the category bid war. Hero.
Ooh, Hero,
Good choice.
nice. Okay, let's get going. Okay, I'll be on go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Thank you. Oh. So, Shadow the Hedgehog, it's an adventure-era Sonic game, so a lot of the same techniques that you might have seen from other runs will be here, but also you get a gun, and that's fun because you get to do ranged attacks, which is always fun. And the big gimmick of this game is that there's multiple endings depending if you're good, evil, neutral, etc. So we've already routed out the fastest route for Hero, but there's many ways to get there. And then in terms of just actual speed tech or anything we're doing in this stage, Questopoulos is pretty simple. We're mostly just playing the game as intended, just being really smooth, really well. The only fancy thing is once you get enough good points, you get to teleport around with Chaos Control. And we're going to be very precise about when we do that. 2, 3. Putting out fires is a good action, in case you didn't know that. There you go. Fun fact for moralists out there. There you go.
Fires in particular disproportionately give a lot of the positive blue meter in the top right, you can see.
Yeah, fires give a lot of the hero points. Oh, well, pick up a spare gun. Yeah, Questopoulos is really, really straightforward. There's not a whole lot to say. I'll just talk a little bit more until then once we get Chaos Control. We'll have time for donations, honestly. So let me just do this real quick. And we activate Chaos Control, and then we hop out of it pretty soon because there's a better time to use it later. But other than playing the level nice, this is straightforward, so I am good for donations.
All right, let's get that going here with Annie Chibi coming in with a $250 donation. Got out of work in time to both watch the VOD for the Sonic Frontiers run and be able to catch the Shadow the Hedgehog and Sonic Adventure DX runs after. Half of this is going towards the pure hero route for Shadow, and the other half will go to getting Mario Odyssey on the schedule. Remember, all hail Shadow.
Heck yeah. There's our Questopoulos run. Still pretty fast. It's very easy to slowly start building things up. Also, as most runners like to do, I will have an incentive where I will donate $20 for every time I get hit, or every time a character swears. This game is infamous for saying darn and heck and slightly worse words. So anytime a character swears, which often is when they get hit, I will donate $20. So it will be the swear jar incentive. Here's where we have time for another donation. There's a lot of cutscenes here.
I got you covered there. Let's take $25 in from Nozdordomu. Keep on rocking in the free world.
Hell yeah, thank you. Got one more loading screen. Yeah, so this layout shows all the different routes you can take with all the different levels. There's a lot. The only real downside to that is you have to play Questopoulos 10 times if you want the true ending. But luckily, Questopoulos is tight. It's fine.
Yeah, you can reach all
it's fine.
possible endings from Sky Troops, which is the level right in the middle. So there are categories where you do all 6 dark levels, all 6 hero levels. But the categories that are just like neutral, the bid wars today, it's just to get to that ending right at the very end, so you can take whatever path you want. And that will always start off with Questopoulos neutral, Glyphic Canyon neutral.
Yeah. So we actually play the game in New Game Plus, which is why I can use this gun, the Omnichow gun. Technically, it's going to be a little bit faster to use a different gun. Just this is what I've practiced with, so this is what I'm good with. Also, it's like a slight difference, all things considered.
Yeah, it's
this
very much a
stage-
preference thing.
Ex-
I prefer egg vacuum myself, but
Oh,
a lot of
Knuckles
people,
for
a lot of our top
$20.
runners use home chow.
Put money in the swear jar. Yeah, I just like Omichow because I like the ricochet effect.
Me too. The Armature gun is so cool. The aesthetic and the colors. I love the blues. But the
Yeah, it's
ricochet
very
is really
good
good.
So this one, so far you're thinking, okay, you like skipped a loop, that's pretty neat. You did a spin dash over a pit, that's pretty neat. Where's the spicy things? And here we go. Here's our first, I would say actually like trick of the run. 2, 3. There we go. You just spin dash off of that. Took a little bit
let's
safe,
go.
but there we go. Boom, first try
Very
every
good.
time.
That's one
That
that's a
trick
very
is-
hard one to get.
It's harder than it looks.
Yeah, that, I either get it all the time, all day, or I will get it once and then never again. There's no in between.
There's another trick here, to be honest, if you choose this riskier
this-
option that we are doing.
Yeah,
Okay,
we just
cool.
do
That's
that one.
also harder than it
That
looks.
one I almost never have issues with. The only time I mess that up is if you're too close to the rings there, Shadow goes, okay, light speed dash along one ring. Got it. You got it, boss. And then you die. But yeah, those two tricks save a lot of time, and that's where you actually start getting into that's some of the fun stuff here. And then this one is 1, 2, 3, pretty much free, but it looks scary because you might die. But you gotta go into the tornado. And that Glyphic Canyon. That's actually a really good Glyphic Canyon for me. What's that? That's like, I think it's 4 in the swear jar now.
2 minutes isn't bad.
That's really good. For like a nice marathon run, that's good.
I take orders.
Cool.
I do
So,
as I decide.
finally we're doing something that's not the same in literally every route. Next up on Prison Island, we're actually going to be doing the neutral route instead of dark because Hero won. So there we go.
Yeah, we did find out recently that it's actually faster to do dark here, but it's really tough to make it work. It was a specific routing change for a future level, the Doom Hero. We even did
Yeah,
a task of that stage recently, but the new route is very tough. And it barely saves any time.
Yeah, it's a very tough one. It's like, yeah, I'll just go with, and also then you don't get to do Sky Troops, which has the best music. So arguably that's worse than the time loss. This is a fun trick I just learned. There's a spring back here.
This place.
You just hop on that spring.
There's a light dash you can do there at the beginning too, but I find that hard to do.
Yeah, that one I don't get that reliably, but the spring is a very safe, reliable thing. And also it's just like a fun, like, wait, that's there? Type moment, you know? Let's hop on this. This is another stage where I'm just going pretty quickly, but there's nothing super fancy yet, so another good donation time.
I think I got a few for you here. Let's start with $10 from MGO Blue 66. Good luck to all the runners, especially Maeve.
Aw.
And a $50 donation from Shadow's blue-haired girlfriend. So excited to see you running the ultimate Hedgehog at GDQ. You've worked so hard and are an inspiration. I'm proud of you and love you.
Aw, thank you. Aw. Okay, here's where I actually do some tricks. I can actually talk about something other than just going, oh, and getting all sappy. So, a thing about this game is Chaos Control is sometimes generous, where they're like, well, this isn't safe. You can't land here. So it gives you a bunch of free meters. So we got 2 meters for the price of 1, which is good. And then we pick up this pink thing to get, the full evil meter. So now we're invincible, and we can just run down the goop without needing to get a hover saucer or anything slow. And then just run.
Yeah, as well as the special Chaos Blast and Chaos Control powers, you're in this mode called Chaos Fever right now, where the bar is restraining down, where you have infinite ammo and invincibility, which has its own perks. It's probably a better tool than Chaos Blast.
Yeah,
There's
Chaos
only a
Blast is
handful of
like a
cases.
screen clear type thing. But it's definitely slow, and the animation takes a while, and just shooting your gun more will get the same benefit.
Right, yeah, there's only a handful of cases where Chaos Blast actually improves the run. There's a few sandbags you have to destroy to get keys if you're doing a completionist
Yeah, stuff like
category. Expert mode has one where you can get some enemies above you real quick because it's an area effect that goes all around you. But otherwise, yeah, we were mainly using dark power for invincibility and infinite ammo.
I'm trying to get in my brain, remember, it's hero, because it's so easy to be like, oh yeah, and then go here for
Very
So
much.
they practice like 5 different routes for this all the time.
That's the one thing that
That's
sucks about running Shadow, is that there's so many ways to play this game that you will find yourself taking the wrong path sometimes. So
Exactly.
we're doing good
But
so
it is
far.
a very, I'd say, pretty approachable run, especially the glitches. Like, so far, I'm doing things mostly as intended, just knowing when to use chaos control and when not to. There's not a whole lot that's really out there, I would say. So it's a good place to start. And sure, you get a little bit precise late 1, 2, 3. Like, these are small adjustments to save a little bit of time because that ramp would take a while for the air time. It's faster to spin dash over. It's also kind of silly looking and scary, which is always fun.
Hey, you're supposed to be doing hero.
And this is the hero path, right? So we do neutral here.
Oh,
Yeah, we do neutral.
So it's exactly what we were saying. Like, I'm getting
Yeah.
confused about the missions.
Yeah.
I'm taking a pure hero, which is going a little bit further down.
Yeah, we're doing
Yeah,
just regular hero.
I've
Which
been
is
doing
good.
this for how
I do
many
want to
years?
show off Cosmic Fall. It has some fun stuff in it. 2, 3. We're using the Shadow Rifle because we're at the stage where there's a lot of enemies that take multiple hits from Omichow Gun. So we just go for Shadow Rifle because it's 1-hit kill on anything.
Yeah, anything grounded. It's this is the weapon you get for beating last story. So beating the canon ending of the game.
I don't know if it's actually faster. I'd like to slide down that just because, or do the skip on it just because it feels cool.
We'll have to do some
yeah.
testing of that later.
Yeah. This is another stage where it's mostly just be good. So we have more donation time.
Fantastic. Let's go with a $10 donation from Wicked Grounds. Thanks for all your support these few months. Everyone at the cafe is rooting for you. P.S.
Aw, thank you.
All the good comrades are voting Pure Dark.
Ooh, spicy take. Unfortunately, did not work.
And then a $50 donation from Free Fall Jones. MetalMedb, let's go!
Hell yeah, heck yeah, let's do it. Boom, boom. Here we go. So we picked up that spare gun because we do need a little bit more ammo than just one Shadow Rifle. Since every Shadow Rifle crate has that, did not need to shoot that one. Oh well. So for those ones, they have shields. So a shield repels all bullets no matter what. So you just have to homing attack until they drop the shield. And at that point, for me, it's just easier just to spam it until they drop the shield and it's done. And then we go kabam, kabam, and then we hit this one, and we jump off this edge in chaos control. Normally you would ride the little bird alien, and it takes a long time. Or you can just warp here with chaos control and you're good. Don't fall.
Yeah, there's some properties
quotes.
of chaos control that are really good for speedrunning. A key one is that your chaos control cannot be cancelled when you're above a pit. So, for example, you saw that was a much longer chaos control than you used to seeing because we purposely did it over a pit. And that's what we talk about with using chaos control at the right time. It means that Shadow is like it's just a really hard category to do because you're always having to manage your meter. It's like you're doing A ranks in Sonic Adventure 2, like a 180 emblem playthrough. You're always having to manage that, and God, if you die, it goes down to 0. You're losing a minute.
So then Iron Jungle, this is where it gets pretty neat. I guess, so narrative-wise, Shadow's been neutral and doesn't really know what he wants to do. He just wants to get the emeralds just to try to figure himself out. And then suddenly he sees the existence of Shadow robots, and he goes, oh, I know what's going on. I'm probably a robot too. As anyone would. That's a logical explanation, obviously. And then we see Omega, and he's like, hey, you should destroy Eggman's balloon. And we're like, yeah, that sounds cool, let's do it. And then we just go, bam, bam. This is I guess we'll talk about this. So most stages are kill all aliens, destroy all robots, that kind of thing. Some are specific targets, like destroy this thing that you can chase down. Nope, I want the Shadow Rifle. Nope, I said the Shadow Rifle. Nope, the Shadow Rifle. Nope, the Shadow Rifle. Nope, the Shadow Rifle. Thank you, Shadow. Thank you, Shadow. Okay, we're at like 10 hits now.
There's a reason why they make you only lose 10 rings per hit. If
it's very
that
easy.
was all ranged, we would have done.
Pew, pew. Cool, and then you just go this. So you might think, Maeve, why don't you just spam shoot? And that's a good question. They do have a lot of iframes on these chase sequences. It's a little different for each one, but generally I find that you just shoot as soon as the shot lands. There we go. And this one has a strong delay where it looks like, uh-oh, I'm out of ammo, but he still dies, so it's good.
So kind of go off for the Shadow Rifle again. It's mostly a one-hit kill weapon, but there's a couple of objectives that are very beefy in terms of health. So we need a couple more shots, and in a few cases, more than one set of ammo for the Shadow Rifle. But this one's pretty quick and easy.
This one's good and easy. I don't even want to talk about this fight because Eggman just does not design his boss arena as well. This is like a 5-second boss fight. It takes longer to load in than it is to play. So we want to just do a donation.
Excellent. Let's do $50 here from Baldy McNose Hair. Greetings from Austria. It's long past midnight here, but I just couldn't miss those awesome Sonic runs. Good luck to all the runners. Gotta go fast, chef. And a real quick $25 donation here from Drum's Mum. Hey, bud.
Thank you.
An android.
As I said, that boss fight, the cutscenes and the load-in take longer than the cutscene itself because he does just put a turret right next to his giant mech that's trying to hit you with a hammer, or a mace to be precise. So, not great design on Eggman's part, but he'll learn. He's getting better. Each design gets better, and it's okay. So we have we do another donation. We have a lot of cutscenes to get through.
Fantastic. Let's take a $25 donation from DJ. Excited to see Shadow the Hedgehog at GDQ. Here's to having Shadow go after the Commander and Chef in Pure Dark. We also had $25 from M. Lepro, donating for Pure Dark so we can hear the Gun Fortress music.
So many people wanted Pure Dark, and unfortunately did not get it.
A valiant effort. Thank you, Emily.
They tried real hard. It was an actual, normally a bid war has a clear winner. This one is tough right up until the end. So, Cosmic Fall. This one has a lot of fun stuff. Okay, I'm just trying to get my timing right on this one.
Oh, this is a big trick.
Is this whole place collapsing?
There we go. Walk on an invisible
Wow,
floor.
well done.
And we're good.
Fantastic.
First try.
Yeah,
there
so
we go.
there's a platform there that's supposed to save you later if you mess up that whole jumping sequence, and it's still there with the collision, so you can jump on that.
Yeah.
Saves a lot of time.
Yeah. I think it's like the intended route because it's like the platforms rise up. They just forgot to hide it. While
Yeah, it's not fully hidden.
Yeah, they didn't hide. They hid it, but they didn't deactivate it. Rather, which honestly makes sense. Who would think to try that other than speedrunners? Hi, it's us, speedrunners. And we picked up this gun, which is like an orbital bombardment gun, for a specific reason that we will show later. To shoot a switch behind a door before it fully opens to save a few frames, a few seconds.
Yeah, but this is something I actually ended up implementing into our runs.
Yeah.
So
this is great.
It's nice to see that it's still used today.
You might as well do it for that. It's so good. So we actually do the hero route, even though it looks like it's longer, and it is technically longer, it's just the boss fight is way, way quicker, and this is another reason we do New Game Plus. So, you can collect 5... Let me give you this trick first, this jump first. Probably don't know that it's there, casually. You hit this to go up here to get a free full hero meter. I'll just run to it, excuse me. You do that, and then bam, activate it here in the abyss of space, and then boom. So we do New Game Plus, so you can collect these keys. There's 5 keys in every level. If you do that, you can open up a stone door later on in the level, or at some point in the level, not necessarily later on. And that is just an alternate route, or more rings. Generally, some form of alternate route. Rarely is it worth it, so most of the time we don't do it. It's actually extremely worth it here, because it makes the hero route, or the hero mission, fast enough that it's worth doing instead of so here it is. So I orbital bombard that before the doors open, so I can just move on along. And hitting that switch gives all these rings to light speed across, which makes this route faster, because I can just go boom, boom, boom.
So right there is the
Just
gold
zoom
ring.
through.
It was just under there. So that's the dark ending to this. But we're going to go for the hero ending. And yeah, this section gets skipped with the light dashes. This
section is like really
very
annoying casually, yeah.
It's a must-have for expert mode as well, because there's crazy platforms. You can actually clip into a floating platform on this light dash here, It's pretty nuts.
Okay, so flashing light warning will be up next. So like this next thing will be very bright lights. Because they said, hey, you know what'd be cool? Let's just like put the rocket right into your face so you can't see anything. And there we go. This has been a very fun time. We're already at the final boss, which in this case is Black Doom. So we went with Hero because Black Doom's a much easier fight than Egg Dealer, because Egg Dealer is a pure RNG slot machine, and this is a not as obvious RNG, depending on the cycle, boss fight.
Yeah, there's a few different ways the RNG can play a role in a Black Doom fight, not more so in other stages than this one, but this will be a pretty quick fight. And time will be
we're hoping for
final
a
animation.
specific attack pattern. We're looking for him to say, take this. So he throws out 2 vertical attacks. He's vulnerable the quickest, and it's easy to start shooting, and he won't run away as soon. I'm going to run up here to pick up the gun. Yep, that's the one we want. Okay, almost. Not quite. Oh well. Almost got the one cycle. So now that he has like a quarter health down, he's like, oh, I'm going to make a copy of me, and then go Swift Strike. Oh, okay, fine. Oh, he's being a pain today. Oh well, we have plenty of ammo to make this work. This is a very easy boss fight once you know where all the weapons are in the arena. There we go. So, and now we got infinite ammo and time. There we go. That's the run. That was pretty good for a marathon run. I felt good. So yeah, what did we
I must do for my
have to
atonement.
wait a little bit now for the delay, but I want to know what's the time? What's the time? Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
I am seeing it as a 20:20.2.
Okay, a little slow, but not too bad. Not bad for a marathon. I just heard my fiance in the other room do it. So I'll do my quick shout outs so we can keep it moving along. So shout out to the Sonic speedrunning community, including the Shadow speedrunning community. If you want to do this, if you think it looks cool, we got a Discord just for Shadow. You can play it. It's great. Shadow's fun. Learn Shadow.
That's great.
Then shout out to my fiance's in the room. Love you. And then also shout out to my girlfriend who's also watching Poly Pride. Let's go. And then shout out to all the friends and everyone who supported me in making this possible and just always saying, hey, you're going to do great. You're going to do it. And hey, it's a fun time. And then shout out to everyone making this work. GDQ's a lot of work. It's impressive how it works at all, let alone as well as it does. That's all I got. Do you two have any shout outs to do?
Yeah, everyone in the Shadow community is amazing. If you found the run interesting, definitely hit up our Discord, where we'll be happy to teach you anything we can.
And there may or may not be a tournament of this game coming up. We had one last year for expert mode, and recently some new developments have been made, let's say. And yeah, there's going to be more action, definitely more accessible to play this game. And a finally shout out to Drywall, who was supposed to commentate with us. Unfortunately had to drop out at the last, but it's still here. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having us, GDQ, and see you next time.
Fantastic run, Maeve. Thank you so much. All right, we're going to catch up on a couple donations here real quick. I had $20 come in from Tassri. Hey, Maeve, sick hair. Alien Hominid Invasion, the new title from the Behemoth, is coming this year. The mayhem never ends with infinite replayability as you go stronger, wiser, after each city block in this arcade-style co-op run-and-gun reimagination of Alien Hominid. Get the intel at www.beh.gg/aliens. Embark on an unforgettable journey with Tiny Thor, the retro-inspired platformer featuring mesmerizing 16-bit art by Hank Niebuhr. Wield the mighty hammer Mjolnir to conquer challenging levels and epic boss battles. Coming to Steam, Epic Games Store, and GOG on June 5th, 2023. One last donation I want to get in real quick here from Air Angel, $15. And it says, "We chef, Air Angel here. Just want to thank all of the GDQ staff and volunteers for all of their hard work and dedication to make these events possible. Also, hi, Mr. Game and Shout. Can I get a hype for the stream room?" Okay, because you asked so nicely. Hype! Thank you so much, Air Angel. That is going to do it for me for this hosting shift. I will be back on the hosting desk a little bit later this week. For now, though, I'm going to send you up to some of my favorite people in the world for this next interview. Y'all take care. I'll see you later.